Hi there friends, and welcome to my channel Cat's Paw Canteen. I'm Kenny, and today we're gonna make an amazing side dish. 'Tis the season of families and friends gathering together, having a big feast together, whether it be Thanksgiving or Christmas. So I'm gonna teach you a side dish that I personally love to make for my family and friends. The dish that we're making today is called sauteed Mirin mushrooms. It's sweet, it's savory, and it's absolutely delicious. So come follow me into the kitchen and I'm gonna show you how I make it. Let's go ahead and do some of the prep work first. Let's thinly slice one small onion. The main ingredients for this dish is, of course, mushrooms. Now, I got this at the local grocery store, and it's a mix box, so there's different types. I think there's 3 different types in here. We have some golden oyster mushrooms, some shiitake mushrooms, and in the back I could see some king trumpet mushrooms as well. So you could use whatever type you like. You could do a mix and match, or just simple and easy like mushroom champignon or portobello, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly wash these up. Alrighty, I've gone ahead and washed these guys up. Now I've cut some of the stems off of some of these mushrooms here because it was just filled with dirt and rocks and whatnot. Just always remember, wash your mushrooms before you prep them and eat them. As for any other preparations for the mushrooms, you can cut them smaller or slice them up if you want. I just want to keep them a little pretty, so I'm going to keep it whole as is. Now let's go ahead to the stove and start cooking these guys up. Go ahead, get out your big frying pan, add a little oil, heat's already on, add in a touch of garlic. I'm using about a teaspoon or so. If you like garlic, use a lot more. Go ahead and sweat your garlic just a bit, and once the aroma of garlic starts filling up the kitchen, add in your onions and give them a quick stir. What we're going to do is caramelize these onions. I find that onion caramelizes faster if you add a little bit of water as you're stirring. A little bit at a time, stir, and then pour a little bit in as it caramelizes. We have the stove on medium-high heat at the moment. Add in a touch more water, and stir. And once you stir a bit, let the onions just rest in place for a bit, just like this. Just let it rest, let it cook off. Now we're starting to see some nice coloration on the onions. It's starting to get that golden color. It will turn a bit more brown as we go, but we are now going to go ahead and add in your mushrooms. Once you add in your mushrooms, add a touch of salt and crack some black pepper on it. Just a taste. And go ahead and stir that up. Once the mushrooms have limped up just a bit, we're going to turn up the heat just a little higher and add in some mirin. I've added about 1/4 cup or so. And give that a good stir. We want to burn out the alcohol that's in the mirin. Essentially, mirin is a sweet rice wine. We're going to cook the alcohol out and it gets sweeter and sweeter. And we're going to add in some soy sauce. Just a light drizzle or two, maybe about a tablespoon or 2 if you want. You want it sweet and savory, so the soy sauce makes it nice and savory. And at this point, we're going to add in a knob of butter, about 2 tablespoons worth of butter, and just let it melt into the sauce. This makes the sauce nice and silky and buttery, gives it a nice rich taste. And at this point, I'm going to add in some red pepper. Just a tiny touch. It brings a little bit of heat into the dish. And I like mine to be a tiny bit sweeter, so I'm going to add just a small teaspoon of honey. And give that a good mix. Fold it into the sauce. Alright, the sauce is getting nice and rich, buttery. Okay, let's take it off the stove and plate it up. Okay, get a plate ready. And go ahead, just place your mushrooms right onto the plate. And let's make it a little pretty. Add some dried parsley on top. There we go. And there you have it, my sauteed Mirin mushrooms. Oh my goodness, this smells super good. You can smell the richness of the butter, the soy sauce, and that sweet scent of honey and mirin as well. I am going to go ahead and eat one of my favorite mushrooms, shiitake mushroom. Sorry, Mom. My mom does not like shiitake, but I absolutely love it. Itadakimasu. A splendid richness. Mushroom has a lot of good flavors, and it incorporates all three of the different types of mushrooms that I'm using today, and it tastes so good. Now let's try the I think this is the king trumpet mushroom. Let's give that a try. It looks kind of like an oyster mushroom to me. I really suggest using different types of mushroom in this dish, because if it's just one, the texture becomes boring. But if you have several, the different textures of each of the different mushrooms becomes like a little dance party in your mouth. And lastly, I'm going to try the golden oyster here. Yet again, different texture, all lovely tastes. If you take this dish to one of your seasonal potlucks, people are going to be talking. It tastes really good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe that I made today, and if you liked it, please drop a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you back in the canteen real soon.